I am super excited because one of my favorite days of the entire year is coming up.
Ooh.
And I'm excited to share it with unsuspecting family, friends, and strangers. I want to share it with the whole world.
What is it?
Talking
I
about
know.
April 1st,
Yes!
aka April Fool's
April
Day.
Oh my God, I'm already planning. My kids won't even know what's coming.
Oh no.
That's
Poor
right.
Kids.
A lot of people love it. Some people, it's their least favorite holiday because they're always looking over their shoulder. And you know what? They should be.
Yeah, that's
No.
right, Jeffrey. Get them.
Yeah, I'm coming for them. And this year I'm coming harder than ever, okay?
All right, I'm not touching that one.
Here I come, okay? I'm not talking about those lame pranks, like putting googly eyes on the fruit in the fridge or freezing someone's breakfast. Those are for amateurs.
Really?
This year I'm bringing the heat.
Oh.
And I have just so many just good jokes bouncing around in my head. The only way I could possibly convey my plans to you guys for April Fools is to sing about them.
Ooh,
Yes.
what you do best.
And that's why instead of singing Ariana Grande's Thank You Next, it's Young Jeffrey's Prank You Next.
All right.
I love it.
Point at me when you want me to hit your music.
Point. Have a seat on your chair that I covered with tacks. Made a sign that says kick me, that I stuck to your back. Hid your phone in the ceiling, but I'm not being hateful. I'm just here celebrating the first day of April. Now some call it dumb, some call it childish to call up your ex saying I gave you a virus, but it's just a hoax. Don't be so butthurt, your windshield looks dope, covered in butter. That's when I say, prank you next, prank you next, prank you next. Light a firecracker by your desk, prank you next, prank you next, prank you next. Whoopee cushions, elevator is slow. 'Cause I pushed all the buttons, set you up on a date, knowing that it was your cousin. Some people say that I went too far, I blew up your car, but I couldn't hear them, I was laughing too hard. I changed all the signs outside the restrooms, then waited for the screams. It's April and you're fools. I made you a cup of coffee, enjoy it. The water I brewed with came straight from the toilet. Glug, 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 glug. Prank you next, prank you next, prank you next. Put a rubber spider on your neck. Prank you next, prank you next, prank you next. Even if I gotta fake my death, prank you next. I'll prank you next. I'll prank you next. Played a joke on my friend, signed him up for the Peace Corps, put some cones into traffic, and made up a detour. Some people call me the pranking king, the way that I scheme. Someone better warn Ashton, I'm a punking machine. So look at your phone, you're not understanding why all of the words are written in Mandarin. I changed all your settings, admit that I gotcha. I did it my way, 'cause I'm Prank Sinatra. On April Fools I say, prank you next, prank you next, prank you next. I'ma sell your home on Craigslist. Prank you next, prank you next, prank you next. Office cupcakes laced with crystal meth. Prank you next, I'll prank you next, I'll prank you next, yeah. So who's the next? Who's the next? I'll prank you next, yeah. Happy April Fools!